Welcome back to Fog Wrestling, and we're here with our second pay-per-view of the brand split. You could count Insurrection, but you know the big boys. Judgment Day 2002, end of an era for a lot of things. Hulk Hogan's title reign, Kurt Angle's hair, and anything else that you can think of, you can throw in there. But we kicked off the show, brother, with Eddie Guerrero, Rob Van Dam, Intercontinental. A match we've seen about 100 fucking times, and again it ends with a finish. It makes you think this feud's going to go on. And I know for a fact there's a ladder match, and I know for a fact there's a botch in it, and Guerrero's going ballistic at some fan.
The finish to this match was pretty good though, in fairness, like the whole schoolboy roll up, feet in the ropes, bladdy daddy da and all that shit. But overall, again it was another Guerrero RVD match that just didn't really do much for me,
No.
Two great wrestlers.
On paper it should be great, but I mean,
it
was
not
good,
bad, but not bad. But it's just,
I mean, it's probably got a 6 out of 10.
I'd
2.5
say
star, 3
3-star.
2.75 out of 5.
Alright. So a 6 would be a fucking 3.
No, it wouldn't.
How would it not, dipshit?
Maybe it would.
Aye, maybe it fucking would. Get that tennis game ball. Anyway, I mean, decent start to the pay-per-view, but
Wasn't our cup of tea, this match. Where will it rank in our ranking all the matches? Who knows? But next up we had your top moment of the show, big man, Reverend Devon's prayer.
well, I don't know if it was my top moment of the show, but aye, it was pretty good. Reverend Devon leads a prayer before the Stacy Keibler challenges Trish Stratus for the Women's Championship, and all close our eyes, let's all pray, and McMahon's eyes are wide open and he's staring at Stacy Keibler's boobs or ass, and he's trying to tell Devon to hurry up and all this shit, and just great for McMahon again. I'm really digging this Reverend Devon character, but I mean McMahon's the fucking star, isn't he?
He's the man. McMahon is the man, and that's the fucking bottom line.
I mean, Reverend Devon could be doing this with the NWO and Flair, and it would be like, for fuck's sake. But he's doing it with McMahon. It's like, get it in, it's brilliant. You know what I mean? So,
now next up,
Deacon Batista's just holding the money collector box. But
yeah, like a windy liquor. Don't really get with this whole.
You any thoughts on this segment here? Anything to add, big man?
Yeah, I thought it was brilliant. See McMahon's facial expressions were up there like regal. They're top notch.
Yeah.
I honestly can't.
Maybe that's what we could do. Top 10 video, top 10
facial
facial expressions. I think we know who'd be not 1 and 2 anyway, that's for sure.
And next up we had the match, which I had no idea was 10.5 minutes. I'm assuming they're going to factor in Bubba Ray's entrance or something to that.
I actually thought it was a very good match in terms of the fact that it was entertaining. He had outside interference and stuff like this. Plus, if you count the post-match shenanigans as well, with Devon and Bubba getting in the ring fighting, then you've got Big Deacon Batista getting involved. There's a table spot. Overall, very exciting match, and I enjoyed this one a lot more than the opener.
Yeah, because again, you need a bit of drama. You need a bit of, fucking chaos. I think chaos, that's what all these matches in this era were that.
Yep.
And when you have just a plain Jane opener, it's...
I mean, I can appreciate a good wrestling match, but for me, Guerrero and RVD just didn't really deliver.
And we're not going to bury it too much, but Trish Stratus retains her belt.
Although, I mean, if you say to people that, you enjoy this Trish Stacy Keibler match more than Guerrero RVD, they'd probably look at you as if you're fucking 4 heats. But, I mean, that's just how the cookie crumbles here.
Talking about
Fog Wrestling.
And talking about free heats, we had McMahon backstage with Ric Flair talking about Stone Cold Steve Austin. And we've got Arn Anderson standing there just sticking it like a sore thumb. I'm sorry,
yep.
He's pissed.
Ric Flair basically saying to McMahon, I'm not going to take Austin shite like you did for years. And then McMahon's like, his attitude changes all of a sudden, and he feels a wee bit belittled, I guess, by Flair. And Flair, basically says he's going to go out tonight and they're going to destroy Austin. So, I mean, heard that loads of times before. Will it get done? Let's find out.
I'll tell you what, though, I never knew Arn Anderson was in it as much. I'm not saying he's in it like every segment, but do you know, I think he's just a bit... But what's he do? Even look at that fucking expression he's doing that none of you can see, but he's just sitting there, such an angle with his arms crossed, looking crippled.
See if he wasn't there, I don't think the segment would have been better or worse, I
know.
So,
who knows? But next up, we had the Hardy Boys taking on Brock and Heyman in a very similar vibe to Guerrero Van Damme. We've seen it 100 fucking times, and it's just
Yeah.
I mean, Heyman gets the pin. I mean, at least that's a bit different.
Heyman gets tagged in at one stage, sprints are in the ring.
And I guess you could argue a lot of that, but I feel like on the SmackDown side of things, yes, you've seen Angle Edge, but it's still good. The feud feels like it's going somewhere. I mean, Jericho Triple H, I agree. We'll get to that later on. There is a few problems with that, but I feel like just SmackDown just feels a lot. I know it. Better.
I don't think this wasn't the best match between the Hardys and the Lesnar. And I just don't feel like this feud should have been on that long, you know.
I know it's kind of like we don't really know what we're going to do with Brock.
It's been a bit of a mess, to be fair. I mean, I don't know. They're involving Sean Stasiak and then just killing him. I don't get it.
I know, and where is Sean Stasiak? Is he drinking toilet water with Tommy Dreamer?
Who knows?
Tommy Dreamer?
Not in this show though, Tommy Dreamer, unfortunately.
I think, yeah. Royal Rumble 2003, I believe, is the only other pay-per-view he's on, because I can't think of one. Unless he's in some form of hardcore match.
He's in the Rumble?
Aye. I know, why is he in the Rumble?
I can't believe they gave a spot to Tommy Dreamer, like, but...
The toilet drinking guy, man, but Jesus fucking Christ, what the hell's going on there?
Madness.
But next up we had the newest member of the NWO, Booker T, with a noose sitting behind him, which was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, black man with a noose in behind him.
Don't know if that was product placement.
Give me weird vibes this wee segment, but yeah, he's basically talking about joining the NWO. They're going to get the job done on Austin tonight, and then he comes. What?
I was going to say, and again, like the whole NWO thing with him, it's just how can he be doing the comedy stuff with Gold and they've just put him into the NWO? It's a crock of shit, to be honest.
Well, we'll see where they're going, like, but I think at the moment it could. I don't think it's bad. Well, his match with Austin was fucking terrible.
No, that whole segment was a mess, man. It really was.
Yeah. But yeah, so Booker T, happy to be in the NWO. Some woman walks past and fights him to her hotel room later. He's all loving it. He's got the card. He basically... He's supposed to be there to take care of Austin, right? Is he not? He's supposed to be like the insurance card.
And he's just jobbed at the NWO.
Yeah, so... He may as well tore off that NWO shirt and been wearing a fucking Austin 316 shirt for a week here because Booker T has left the building. I felt like leaving the building next because up next we have Big Show and Ric Flair versus Stone Cold. Handicap match. Very crap. Very...
20 minutes.
Every time Austin tried to get something going, every time he locked Flair in the figure four, Big Show would come in and drop his big, slow, boring leg on Austin's head.
I'm so glad Austin came back for 2 more matches. I mean, how the fuck could his match against Bischoff be better than this? There's no fucking right to be. I'm glad this wasn't his last match.
Bad, more bad. Ric Flair does his usual getting thrown off the top rope spot. Yeah, X-Pac comes in at the end. It goes to hit. Austin hits a stunner on Big Show. Big Show stays on his feet. Austin tries to hit another one. X-Pac runs in, goes to super kick Austin. Austin moves out of the way, ends up super kicking Big Show. That takes Big Show out. Austin stunners X-Pac. He flies out the ring and then Ric Flair gets up, walks into a stunner. And basically Austin buries 3 members of the NWO. And that is mad, because when the NWO first came in, you'd Hogan and Hall and Nash, and now you fucking look at it, you've got Ric Flair, Big Show, X-Pac, and Booker T fucking shagging Goldust in a hotel room somewhere. What's happening here?
God damn right, guys, but as great as Austin is, all these segments with him and Flair, it's actually been fucking painful.
Yeah, I think since the brand, I think since the brand split, Austin's been pretty... I don't get me wrong, it wasn't too bad in the build up to Backlash when he was feuding with Taker, but since then it's been fucking dreadful.
Yep, and no wonder he took his ball and went fucking home, because I feel like taking my ball and going home. But next up with Kurt Angle, I mean, how could this match go less than the one before it?
I don't know.
Absolutely shocking. But again, another good match here for Kurt Angle and Edge. Numerous times you feel like Edge is going to lose here, but Kurt is in fact the guy that does lose. But does he get his head shaved, big man?
No, he doesn't get his head shaved because he spits the dummy.
I'm not doing it.
Edge hits a DDT, Impaler DDT, tries to drag Angle up to the... You're not going to talk about the match, by the way, or...?
That was a good match.
Right, okay. Edge wins with a roll-up or whatever it was.
Yeah, I liked it. There was a few false, and I feel like in a match like this, you need false finishes because there's so much on the line.
It wasn't as good as our match at
Oh no, it wasn't
Backlash,
like, but
though.
and they've had a few.
Or Insurrection.
Aye, there was one at what?
Or was it Backlash?
No, it was Backlash.
Alright, okay, yeah, it wasn't as good as a match at Backlash. So yeah, anyway, Angle manages to fight off Edge, and he tries to shave Edge's head, and but then he runs to the back. So
And the whole reason this was probably done was to prolong the pay-per-view, because Hogan and Taker couldn't go more than 2 minutes.
maybe not. Like, you know, it could have just been done to try and like show Angle as a heel. The fact that he agreed to this match and then wanted to get out of it. Like, you know, he's not just going to fucking sit and accept it.
No, I get it.
I mean, no heel would sit and accept it, and it's always the heel that loses these fucking matches. So, you know,
I guess that's very true. Like, you know, but well, next up though, we have the number one segment. We have Booker T getting a big surprise in the hotel room. The lights go out. He's about to go under the covers, and who's in the room? None other than. Tell me what you want. I want you to leave the NWO, brother. Fucking brilliant. You know what I mean? It's like, as good as it is, it's just like, this NWO has been fucking dragged into the fucking dirt. Like,
see, even Goldust and Booker T is more over than the NWO. Like, I mean, it's.
oh, Christ, it's fucking brilliant. And then he's fucking wearing a nightgown. I don't even get to use it.
Fucking
That's all mania.
brilliant stuff.
The gold dust.
Don't know, turned into a big massive fucking lefty. Although looking at him here, you would probably say he's a lefty as well. Like, but still, aye. So Booker
And then you
T.
look at that person sitting in the middle, like no selling gold dust being there,
Yeah,
wasn't he? In a fucking.
We have fucking awkward. She could have maybe perhaps made the segment better if she sold it. But then again,
And
the
Booker T walks out with
if
the
she
fucking
sells,
flog
if
on.
she sells,
King's
then
going ballistic.
it's maybe, I know. If she sells, then maybe it takes away from Booker T. So I don't know. But fucking hell. Right, anyway, it was great. Up next, Jericho versus Triple H. Hell in a Cell.
Not so great.
Yeah, not so great. This went fucking 30 minutes, man. I honestly don't think Jericho and Triple H have ever really had a great match. As much as Brett says Triple H is a 4 out of 10, as much as I disagree with that, I don't think it's I think he is a bit average in the ring. Like,
Well, put it this way, you couldn't pay me to watch a Bret Hart fucking Hell in a Cell match.
what about Bret Hart versus Triple H Hell in a Cell match?
Oh, damn. It just wasn't that good. I mean, there was blood. Again, it just didn't really... Mid-card Hell in a Cell match in these days.
Worst Hell in a Cell match, apart from Taker, Bossman.
But even then, like, that's an iconic moment. What the... I honestly can't remember one thing about this match before I watched it here and after it. Tim White actually getting battered. That's
Tim White getting annihilated. See, when you just think of the previous finishes to Hell in a Cell matches, this one was really lackluster. Oh, Jericho gets hit with a sledge, but a 2x4 wrapped with barbed wire. We've seen that. He gets pedigreed on top of the Hell in a Cell, and if anything, getting pedigreed on top of that Hell in a Cell, I don't think that would hurt as much as getting pedigreed on the fucking ring, because it's like a. I mean,
like a sponge effect.
yeah, it's like I'm not saying it wouldn't. I'm not saying it'd be fun, but I don't know. It's like I think they tried to do something different. Ending the match on top of the Hell in a Cell, but I think they even went up in the Hell in a Cell too early. I think they should have just went up in the Hell in a Cell and had it end in like a minute. But they actually fought like the last 5-6 minutes of this match on top of the Hell in a Cell, and they couldn't really do anything because they're all walking gingerly, and the pace was slow, and it was just awkward.
Yeah.
Not that the match was great before they went up there, but it was just awkward. Again, if I'm giving this out of 10, I'd say this match is like a fucking 6, maybe
Yes.
7. Like,
Fuck yeah, 7.
if you want to.
Like, and again, Jericho and especially Triple H, but none of them are a guy that's going to take a massive spot through a table. You know? Like,
Yeah.
none of them's going to do like Foley. Well, fucking not many people would do what Foley did. You know, Michael's falling off it, or it's just.
But I mean, Jericho could have done the Michael spot, but the Michael spot's been done.
And then they get the ladder out and they don't fucking do anything with it.
And Jericho did the catapult from the steel steps into and it was just awkward. Just wasn't good, guys. Right? It just wasn't good. One of the worst Hell in a Cell matches I think there was up until like Hell in a Cell became a pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's the bottom line. But next up, we've got Kurt Angle trying to avoid the inevitable here.
So it looks like he actually, to avoid getting caught by Edge, he actually sits down and pretends he's getting his hair cut. Or was he in the makeup? I don't know.
Makeup chair, funny, but then
Makeup chair,
he
whatever.
blows his cover by peeking around, and Edge spots him, and he runs off again.
Yep, so they're still getting chased. Up next with Billy and Chuck defending the titles against Rikishi and his surprise tag team partner Rico. In the end, Rico comes in, tries to hit the spin kick on Rikishi. Rikishi ducks out the way, ends up taking out Chuck, and he cost his team. What's he cost his team, I guess. He's the manager of that team, and he ends up winning the title. So Rico and Rikishi are your new tag team champions. Bit of a lackluster end, in my opinion, to the
the reign.
To the reign. It's actually been a pretty entertaining reign, and for it to end like that was just felt a bit flat. I think they should have gave it to a more deserving team like Rico and Rikishi. I mean, how long are they going to hold the belts for? A week? I wouldn't be surprised if they just give them straight back to Billy and Chuck on SmackDown, to be fair.
Like I would have bet my life that Billy and Chuck were retaining here.
I mean, how many teams is there on Smack? Even I think that would have been a better. I would have gave Al Snow and Maven the win before giving it to Rikishi and Rico.
I know.
At least, giving Maven a fucking title or something. And Al Snow and Maven, any time.
Carter's on SmackDown. You've got fucking Tess, Mark Henry, and all. Can they not? Unless they can team up, but like just other people.
Christian, yeah.
Val Phoenix. There's so fucking many people they're not using.
Yeah.
And it's still much better than Raw. You feel like Raw uses everyone.
Raw uses everyone, and they're all shit. Up next with Edge, he finally gets Kurt Angle, but Kurt Angle reverses him. Kurt Angle gets Edge into the chair. You feel like it's Kurt Angle's going to shave Edge's head, but Edge battles it, gets Angle in, puts him in a sleeper hold, chokes him out, sits Angle in, starts shaving his head, hits him with the mirror, puts all the scooty cream on top of Angle's head, and Angle comes to, and he's bald and he's got all the shaving foam on his head. And he makes a run to the back. So finally Edge gets it done. Took him a while, but he got it done.
I feel like watching this for the first time would have been a lot better. But you're just so used to seeing Kurt Angle bald anyway. It doesn't fucking bother me. But next up, it was time for the main event. Undertaker choke slamming wee man Hulk Hogan. And I do not have a fucking Scooby snacker. This match went 19 minutes.
Entrances.
Even then.
Hey,
Taker takes a bike and Hogan takes a simmer for him.
Aye, pretty bad match. My Taker didn't even come out in the bike.
Oh, I didn't.
It wasn't great.
It was like the debut of Big Evil.
It wasn't great, right? It was a fucking pretty poor match, if we're being honest. One of the worst choke slams you'll ever see. Thankfully, that wasn't the one that ended the match. McMahon came out, gets punched off the apron. Taker kicked out the leg drop in this, by the way, as well, which Hogan couldn't believe.
I couldn't. Well, I could believe it.
And then Taker hits a second choke slam, gets the pin, comes the new champion. It was weird. Hogan rode down Taker's bike, and Taker wore out, Hogan's red and yellow fucking belt. So, whatever. But anyway, doesn't matter. Taker left with the real belt, the belt that he wanted, and he's a new undisputed champion.
And he battered him after the match as well.
Yeah, I gave him a bit of a beat down. Got that chair, did the whole guillotine strike thing with the chair, and almost took out Hogan for good, I think, after that. So there you go, guys. Judgment Day. I mean, overall, it was
pretty lackluster. Fuck, every match was meh.
The segments were great. I enjoyed all the segments for the show. Did we really need... Maybe the Angle Edge stuff was overdone a wee bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was alright. I'll give this pay-per-view a 6.
Yeah, I feel like it's as average gets.
The matches were disappointing. I thought Angle Edge match was nowhere near as good as the Backlash one. RVD Eddie Guerrero, we've seen it quite a lot, and this one just didn't stand out either. Hardy's Lesnar, again, I don't think it's the best match. I think the Brock Jeff was a lot better.
Yeah, Triple H Jericho again. Tell you what, the fucking women's match could rank pretty highly.
Yeah,
which is funny, like.
Billy and Chuck was a bit of a disaster, that match.
And then
Big Show fucking Flair was shite.
Actually, I'm giving this pay-per-view a 5. The more I think about it, it's a 5. Because I've dished out 6 before the shows that are actually fucking better.
I'm sticking with a 6, so there you go, 5.5.
That's it, guys. Tell the Raw review or the top 5 moments of this show, or the ranking every match. That will do it. So until then,
peace.